when there's Hove. My man.
I'll give my toast first. I'm gonna give my toast. Damn, I forgot I was gonna give my toast too. I was actually really excited to give my. toast. Actually,
This man came in with a smile face. I got this toast for the day.
I'm giving my toast. I think somebody might have actually gave their toast to her before, but I think Ari Lennox is like my favorite female artist. Like in like the last post Rihanna. I feel like Rihanna doesn't make music anymore, so
in the PR years, the post Rihanna.
Yeah, the post Rihanna PR is Ari Lennox. Like I went back and listened to Ari Lennox's first project.
Classic.
It's called.
You don't mean Shea Butter Baby. You mean something else.
No, it's called. It's spelled FPHO. So I think it's like.
Faux.
Yeah. Okay, but I don't know if it was like I named after that or not, but like yeah, Faux. So for some reason that came out in 2016. I completely missed it. I don't know how
she got the single with Cause.
Yeah, Backseat John.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like I've like never heard a bad song or a bad project from her. I love her voice. It's not even talking about the fact that she like like a little baddie now. I'm like that's besides the point.
Don't say now.
Well, no, I mean like she's really leaning into it now. In fact, she posts Instagram pictures like 3 times a day.
I knew an album was coming or a song was coming. You know, it stopped popping up.
We've been teasing this song for so long. German Queen, Nigel.
Remember me?
I'm here.
So yeah, I'm just
got that funnel going.
Yeah, so like she's she's my PR favorite artist. She's my favorite artist right now. She's just really good music.
2021 PR. That's Aaron's.
Unless Rihanna wants to drop us peasants like some crumbs one day.
Give us something, Rihanna.
Just give us one single snippet, please.
No songs. Take these drawers.
Bitch. I mean, shit.
It's free.
What I own Savage Fenty boxers. What's wrong with that? Yeah.
The Savage, the lingerie way better than better quality than the boxing.
You trying them on too? What the boxers?
Well, my fiance.
What they cotton?
Yeah,
it's lingerie.
I was like, man. It's funny the way he pointed that. I was like,
so if I wore lingerie, what's wrong with that?
You know nothing.
Exactly.
They got men's lingerie now, so 50.
Oh my God, wait, this guy.
I didn't know that's what's up. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I got me a brassiere.
Oh,
you got a man's ear.
I've been working my pecs, so I got a little knee cup.
You got some lace?
Okay.
On that motherfucker?
A little something.
Wow.
You know when you engage,
you gotta spice
it up.
Okay.
Damn, like
wow.
That old little.
You changed.
I was say, where's the whip?
That old, 1-2 step only goes but so far after so many years. So you gotta spice it up a little bit. But shout out to Ari Lennox. Keep making music. Can't wait till concerts are thing again, so I can see her in concert. It's gonna be amazing. And she's from DC, so shout out to her.
We so talented.
Very good at music in all things, you got her, you got Marvin Gaye, you got the Hentations, like just a lot of entertainment.
What more could you ask for?
Well, and Dave Chappelle.
That group of people was just the bar is so high.
Yeah, man, jeez. Like,
Okay, why does nigga say her? And I was like, she from here too?
Oh yeah.
I thought you meant her, like she is.
Oh
yes. That
her.
We gotta remember.
Her isn't from
her. Her is a person
pronouns,
now. Her is a person now too. So now that's why I thought you meant her.
Oh,
her.
Who wants to get their toast next?
I'll give my toast. Usually Aaron gives this type of toast, but I'm going to just give mine to MLB, Major League Baseball. They did a thing today.
They did
today.
Today. Yeah.
That I really didn't see coming. So if you don't know, the All-Star game is going to be held in Atlanta, and with Georgia's new voting laws that from a lot of experts and a lot of people are saying that it's restricting voters and infringe on voters' rights. MLB announced today that they will not be hosting Atlanta will not be hosting, or Georgia rather, will not be hosting the All-Star game, which I think is huge. I mean,
it's pretty big.
If you want to send a message to somebody in their pockets, you get rid of a sporting event that is going to bring in literally millions, tens of millions of dollars.
I'm about to say, because Stacey Abrams didn't approve of that move.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Again, that was bold because apparently they talked to the players and all that, and the players are driving for it. So I'm just surprised because the MLB's.
Which players did they talk to?
You got to think too. They did walk out for that one game last year.
Yeah, I got
Well, shoot, like you got the faces in the league in MLB are starting to be more black. I mean, you got Fernando Tatis, or at least Brown. You got Soto, Lindor. I mean, they're starting to push more to black players. But I mean, that's just what's popular now. I mean, it's cool to be actually care about shit, which is actually good. And it's not just. This isn't just for show. There's a lot of money involved with this shit. There's tickets. The Braves are pissed off. They put out that statement. We are disappointed. I mean, that's a lot of money to just up and
that's why even Stacey Abrams is upset because they understand this does hurt the city's economy. It's gonna be a lot of smaller businesses or even stadium employees, stuff like that. They're missing out on a huge payday from all the events and stuff that would have been held in the city.
That's a big damn deal. We tell people to put their money that. I'm just MLB. I just thought their fan base very skews, very white, very conservative, very old. So
let's keep it a buck. Their owners are definitely friends with the dudes who made this law.
Oh yeah, of course, right? Yeah. So shout out to them. I mean, it works because remember, NBA took the All-Star game out of Charlotte a couple years ago. Yeah. So that stuff works, man. It's something that drastic, that works.
I see where the Braves are coming from though, because
from
that statement they were like. It could have been an opportunity to talk about change and stuff.
Because Atlanta itself is a blue city, right? So Atlanta got screwed. Freaking what part? Macon, Georgia, where it's probably real Republican. I mean, they weren't coming. I mean, maybe they weren't, but you know what I mean. The
real. I was gonna say, Gwinnett County's blue.
Yeah.
So outside of that,
But again, I think this is a very.
Thank you, Georgia, for helping us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. Wow. Yeah, I was surprised. I was stunned.
I was flabbergasted.
My gas was flabbergasted.
I was floored.
My glass.
I can go next. Shout out to Marsai Martin. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Shout out to Marsai Martin. She plays the youngest daughter on Blackish. And shout out to her because last week during I think it was during the NAACP Image Awards, she was being interviewed and she talked about how within her production studio, I think she's the youngest person in Hollywood with their own production company or something like that. Or she's the youngest EP in Hollywood, however it is. But anyway, she talks about she has a no black trauma rule. And this goes into something that we've talked about a lot amongst our show where it's just we're not saying that, there's not a place for black trauma. I know we've had that conversation, that discussion, argument before, but it's one of the things where it's hey, she's it exists, but that's not what I want to. There's plenty of other vehicles for that. That's not what I want to put out there. And so shout out to her for just being able to identify that at such a young age. It's that's not what I want to be attached to, or even not say not want to be attached to, or she didn't say anything negative about it, but just being able to figure out, hey, there are plenty of other places where you can get that. But my projects that I'm gonna do will be a little bit different. And so just shout out to her because that is a very important thing because it's like the conversation we had is I think the end point we came to was the black experience is so vast. There's a lot of different stories that could be told. And so shout out to her for trying to tell a couple of different stories rather than just, leaning in on black trauma, which hey, it does sell and it is important, but there, like we say, it's other stories to tell. And shout out to her for speaking up and talking about that and having her own little principle as far as it goes with that. So yeah, shout out to her.
That's badass. Shout out to her, man.
She's been killing a lot of shit. I don't even know how. Is she even 18? She's not even
16 tops, bro.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Accomplished a lot.
Yeah, I saw that. That made me happy.
Yeah,
made me feel vindicated. Yeah. See. Man, we make trends over here, man. Temptation podcast.
Just ride the wave. That's all they doing, bro. They just ride the wave.
I do wanted to give a toast to Timbaland and Swizz Beatz. On Easter Sunday, we have the Ozzy Brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire. But really, I just wanted to give a toast to them just for, I'm sure everybody felt the same way at the start of this pandemic, with tours canceled and concerts canceled, and just pretty much our whole, public lives just canceled and us being in the house. It was a good outlet, especially for the black community, the hip hop community, to really just still kind of get that experience and still enjoy the music. And I think music is always regardless of what's going on, music has always been kind of the factor that brings people together, that kind of lifts people up and lifts people's spirits up. So the Verses has been definitely took off. I hope it's something that continues, when the world opens up. Maybe they'll do live concerts. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
It's so many possibilities, but I think this pandemic really forced a lot of people to kind of just think out of the box and do things a little different. And Timbaland and Swizz Beatz definitely achieved that. And I feel this is only the beginning. I think they just reached their year mark not too long ago from when they did the first one. And from what I'm seeing, they have a lot of exciting headlines to go. So shout out to them, man. Hope they continue with it.
I mean, they also sold the Triller.
Yeah,
And Triller is
big money moves.
Yeah, no, outside of being a big money move, Triller does live entertainment, so it probably will factor into it at some point as to how you can put people together and try to do these type of things.
And I bet these artists are itching to
I'm about to say everybody want to get back.
Everybody want to line up.
Didn't the Butcher put out like a promo? He put out a tour schedule today. People trying to get back out here. He opened out for like October.
They put Bonnaroo schedules out. There's another one that happens in like Vegas that already came out for September. So
and if it comes down to it, you might do some social distancing if we gotta do that. In October.
And
we gotta get about. You gotta get.
But I will say the versus thing. I mean, yeah, shout out to them. I got it.
The concepts are
I loved it when the essence of it when it was just like two people like over FaceTime and it was just literally two people. But it was Neo. I forgot who Neo battled against. That was one of my favorite ones. It was just so like them. They were just over FaceTime and it was just so cool. But T-Pain and Lil Jon, like it was just so pure.
Nelly and Ludacris.
Watched that one too. So, but like as they get going, and I understand
Keisha
it. Like,
Keisha Cole and that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that one,
it started off so pure, like literally they were doing it, like doing it for the fans, for money. But I get it. Like people haven't been able to make money on touring. It's become so corporate now.
It has become.
Every one of them, they got like product placement. They got Doritos there. They got this.
Bro, Doritos was new. I was cool when it was just Ciroc.
It's always
Ciroc. When it was Ciroc, I was cool. When
Everybody trying to get a piece, man.
I understand that. It's just.
But at least Ciroc has the illusion of being a black business.
It's still enjoyable, but I feel the same way.
But like I'm not gonna lie, I missed a lot of the most recent ones. It was just like it's
man, they
lost
so
me
at the Gucci and Jeezy. I'd stop that.
Well, that was just really uncomfortable. That was just really uncomfortable.
That was intense.
But yeah, like the versus thing, like I like the concept, and you gotta make money off it. I just think it's because as soon as they're gonna have a concert series, it's gonna just be that, it's gonna be versus merch. I don't know.
You can already get your versus merch. They sell T-shirts for like all these little battles right now.
Yeah.
I think it'll actually be. I think it actually like would be revitalized by like live tours.
Yeah,
I think
awesome. I'm honestly surprised they haven't started charging people just to watch these. To be honest, I'm stunned by that.
I'm trying to figure out. I guess the money's all in marketing because I'm trying to figure it out too because you're not paying for anything. This
Nobody
is all.
will pay for it. No, I don't want to see that. I wouldn't.
You think your parents wouldn't pay to see Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I think but the problem about it is though, if you pay for something, you expect a high level.
It's not gonna be like no $80 ticket, but you pay like $5-10.
Think about the things that Triller sells. Triller sold the Mike Tyson and what was it, Roy Jones?
Roy Jones.
They sold the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight. We weren't expecting a high level fight. Were you?
I wasn't expecting a high level fight,
but it was.
I expected some professionalism in a.
Okay, bro. But the second biggest.
Some of these Jones.
The second biggest fight of this card was Jake Paul and
I get what Malik's saying, like, cause like Keisha Cole came late. Like there's like audio issues.
All right, but then think about this. The professionalism also steps up when you add a price tag to things. If I'm paying outside of a Lauryn Hill concert, if I'm paying like $50 for a ticket, they're gonna be on time because now the bag's bigger. Yeah. Because now they're getting a split of the gate. Yeah. So I will say that. And again, I don't want to sit around and shit on them. Like I love the concept. It's great. I feel like if you add like live touring to it, it'll be like Lil Wayne and Drake did the verses tour.
Yeah, they already did.
And I feel like it'll be like the equivalency of that. And I feel like it could be a pretty good thing. Like you go to somebody's city and you have these type of things. You get two artists together. It can really work out very well for you. But it's like one of the things where it'd be like, it's like all things. It's like, they start off so cool and then like, you do them for like a year.
That's like hip hop almost. It's like hip hop. Hip hop started off raw. I mean, hip hop is still cool to an extent, but like eventually, like when things become popular, it become corporate.
I give you things bigger than it's like Black Lives Matter.
It started
off real cool and then it became like a brand. Now it's like, man. Brother, the lady from Black Lives Matter in a Cadillac commercial recently.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I didn't know that.
It's crazy.
One of them, and then like Tamir Rice's mother was pissed at that organization and pissed about that Cadillac commercial too. It's one of those things. Like, everything starts off really
trauma. Sick.
Bro, it's like the wildest thing. Everything starts off cool, and then there's always some type of downside to it. And I hope they don't hit like a super downside. But that's just life.
Damn, that's smooth.